Just watch this until the end and share if you agree.
So apparently the Labour Party don't believe that Britain is broken. I would argue that the Labour Party don't have a clue what they're talking about.
Look, I don't want to be all depressive and negative, but is anyone else absolutely done living in this country at the moment, or is it just me?
Why is it our country is so completely and utterly fucked?
I've just got to get this off my chest. I don't know about anyone else, but I literally do not recognise this country anymore.
Everything has went up so much recently that I just don't understand how we're doing it.
And now I'm like, why would people not want to pack up, sell up and fuck off? Because who wants to be here?
How everyone just seems to accept that we're struggling and it's like become the new normal. It's like ever since the lockdowns and, you know, the cost of living crisis started, everyone's just accepted that life is very expensive.
This is so disgusting. British people have been made second-class citizens in their own country. An era in which those who have played by the rules their whole lives are robbed by the state to pay for those who break them.
This country is messed up. This country is screwed. The system is screwed. I didn't want to talk about this, but I'm afraid I have to address this matter.
You come on the dinghy?
Yeah, sure.
On the boat?
Yes.
Yeah. And how long have you been in here for?
3 months.
So now they're saying you can't work and you can't get a job in England if you don't have a digital ID.
They want total control of every move you make. It sounds like a conspiracy, but now it's official policy.
Higher energy bills because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Rising levels of crime and shoplifting.
Welcome back to Broken Britain, where we say what real people are feeling, not what politicians wish we'd say. This isn't a rant, it's a cry for help, because every day feels heavier. You walk through your town and see the shops boarded up. The people look tired, not from work, but from life itself. Bills, rent, food, fuel, everything's climbing. But wages? Still stuck where they were years ago. And yet the government insists Britain is doing better. Better? For who? The elites in Westminster. Because for the rest of us, it feels like the country we grew up in has fallen apart. So hit that subscribe button, because today on Brit Rants, we're not just asking what's gone wrong. We're asking, is anyone even listening anymore?
Just watch this until the end and share if you agree. Are these protests, are they really doing anything? I mean, us going out into the streets, and you got two groups of people, the right and the left, all chanting, all shouting, waving banners. Every time the government purposely separate us and they purposely get us all fighting. What we need to do is we need to stand together. I mean, if we stopped paying us taxes, right, which they receive, what, 1.3, 1.6 trillion pound a year, would they listen then? They're not going to listen to us waving placards and banners on the streets, but they might listen if we stop giving them money. But everybody needs to do it, not just a small handful. If they're spending these taxes on things that we don't agree with, we should be able to revoke as payments.
Why is it our country is so completely and utterly fucked? It's ridiculous. Hearing on the news this morning, Rachel Reeves is renting out one of her homes, or her family home, but doesn't have the right licence. Yet, if that was one of us common people trying to earn a little bit more money, would be scrutinised, you know, all the book would be thrown at us, essentially, and the Prime Minister's not going to look into it, right? Meanwhile, in a week or so's time, she's going to absolutely hammer the country again, with tax looking for money. Seems fair, doesn't it? Not only that, this migrant that went around raping people and touching people and sexually assaulting people, whatever he did, that has now been deported, it wasn't enough that, well, first of all, he got released and was just walking around the country willy-nilly, but not only that, we've had to pay him £500 to leave the country. Are we fucking insane? What is going on? When does this end? Labour need to go and something has got to change.
You come on the dinghy?
Yeah, sure.
On the boat?
Yes.
Yeah. And how long have you been in here for?
3 months.
3 months?
Yes.
And did you come straight into this place?
Yes.
Yeah, straight from processing centre to here?
Old Camstone
Yeah.
to this place.
Okay, good.
First Old Camstone, then Crown Plaza, then...
And then Crown Plaza.
Leave them, brother, leave them.
No, it's okay. What are you doing, man?
No, man, no.
Well, I can talk with this man. I can talk with him. Why can't I talk with him?
You can't talk with him.
I can talk with you.
Yeah.
What's your room like? Can I have a look?
Yeah, sure.
Show me.
Can I just...
Yeah, take a picture of that, yeah?
Just... Brownfield Hospital.
You allow people in, guests? You're allowed to have guests?
Until 10 o'clock.
Oh, brilliant. Show me room.
Sorry, man, if you are still refusing to get out.
No, I'm a guest.
People now, if you
I'm a guest. That's all right, buddy. No problem. I'm his guest. Yes. Okay, show me this room. What floor are you on?
Sign there.
Yeah, no problem. I've already signed in.
You signed?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
This gentleman's kindly offered to show me his room.
Sure.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a nice clean complex. Do they have cleaners come around and clean?
Yeah, they clean every week.
They clean every week?
Every day they clean.
They clean in the rooms?
They clean all the rooms.
Yeah, oh brilliant. Change bedding?
They clean the kitchen.
Kitchen?
The living room.
They got kitchen in there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
They clean the kitchen, they clean the rooms, and they clean the corridor.
Okay.
Yes.
What about the clothes? They clean the clothes?
I'm stressed, I don't know. What?
They clean the clothes or anything?
There's a washing machine.
There's a washing machine inside? They give all the washing machine?
Pardon?
Oh, this is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
How are you, my friend? You alright, buddy? This is good, isn't it? Heating us on full blast.
Oh, this is nice, right?
Lovely. It's not a bad little spot. And you get washing machine and cooker?
Yeah, sure.
Microwave? He's from Kuwait?
I am from Kuwait and Turkey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's very hot in here though, it's very warm.
Very warm, my friend.
Yeah.
Where's the toilet?
There's two toilets.
Two toilets?
Yeah, my friend's toilet is here.
Oh, what, you share this with somebody?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and what is he like? Is he okay?
Yeah, he sure
Yeah?
is okay, yeah. I choose good people.
Yeah, you choose good people, yeah?
Oh, do you get to choose then who you
Not
stay in
bad
a room
spot.
with?
I just recommend to make
Right.
people.
Thank you, sir.
I want good people. Yeah, sure, sir.
Thank you very much.
Have you noticed how everyone just seems to accept that we're struggling and it's like become the new normal? It's like ever since the lockdowns and, the cost of living crisis started, everyone's just accepted that life is very expensive. We've just accepted that fuel prices doubled. We've just accepted that food costs are out of control. We've accepted that we may have to work until we're 70, until we die, and we may not even get a chance to retire. We've just accepted that house prices are 10 times our annual wage and most people will never be able to afford their own homes. And I just think, we've been brainwashed over the last, few years to just think this is normal, and it's not normal. We know it's not normal, okay? We weren't designed, to put on this earth to work till we die and then have no enjoyment in life. That was not the purpose of life. And I think, guys, we need to get out of this mentality. We need to stop thinking that the way we live right now is normal, because it's not. When I left school, and I went to college, and I wanted to get a job. I wanted to earn my own money. I wanted to have freedom. I wanted to be able to do things I wanted to do and save and go on nice holidays. But now, what little money people have left is getting less and less. Your enjoyment in life is getting less and less. And now they're even thinking of coming after your savings. You can only earn a certain amount of interest before you'll get taxed on that as well. You can't win. Your savings aren't safe. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like this new way of life, or do you think things need to change in this country? And are you worried about getting older? Because I know I am.
I've just got to get this off my chest. I don't know about anyone else, but I literally do not recognise this country anymore. As you can probably hear from my accent, I was born in Birmingham in the UK. And I can tell you, I'm not really proud to admit that anymore. In fact, I drove through there the other day and I couldn't wait to drive out the other side. I have so many people telling me each day how pissed off they are in the UK right now. There are a lot of us that have just about had enough of these bullshit politicians and the incompetent government. Most of us have been good, hard-working people that have just wanted to make the most of our short times on this earth. But we are now constantly bombarded with nonsense each day, with new directives, new laws from these pathetic and narcissistic politicians, which only ever results in higher bills, more taxes, and less control over our lives. Well, I say enough's enough. It really is time for a change, but not what they call a change. It's us, the good people, that need to unite together and force the changes we want. And please don't bother commenting and saying there's nothing we can do, because that's exactly what they want you to think. Together, we most definitely can make a change. If we keep engaging with each other, keep sharing the message, we will get change. We can demand the change, and we can start living the lives that we deserve, not the lives that they want us to live. Come on, guys, please help me share the message.
This is so disgusting. British people have been made second-class citizens in their own country, an era in which those who have played by the rules their whole lives are robbed by the state to pay for those who break them. We live in a town where a single mom works 2 jobs, struggles to find money for rent, yet an illegal immigrant who arrives on our beaches uninvited is put up in a house next door at her expense. This is an era in which our young people are robbed of opportunities at every level, from jobs to housing, an era where clueless politicians inflict the highest energy cost in the world on British people to the mad net zero religion. An era in which those who set the alarm clocks, strive, are squeezed, crushed and demoralized. We live in an era where everything is getting more expensive and British people are finding it hard to afford paying rent, paying mortgage, living month by month, going shopping, whereas people that get uninvited to our country, they gain all those benefits, not having to work at all. So tell me, how's this fair? People are going to be like, you're a different colour, how can you say? I'm British, I was born here. Don't get me wrong, I respect my values from where I come from back home. But my ancestors came here, hard work, they worked hard for years and years, they paid the taxes, they made their own businesses. They have contributed to the British economy. So before you say anything, think about it. What has your ancestors contributed to, or yourself?
Alright, we're 3 months in, living in the UK. And I'm going to be so real with you. There's things that we are obviously liking, but there's things that we aren't liking. I'm literally one of those humans where you say to them, don't touch it, it's hot. I touch it. Of course, you guessed it, cost of living. The saving grace is that groceries are actually either the same or cheaper, but we've got rent that's really expensive, council tax, water rates, even public transport is really expensive. Although it is great and accessible, it costs a lot of money. I've talked about schools. Yes, we've only been here for a short time, but equally we've got a really good feel of it. What I really dislike is that they fine you for taking your kids out of school for a couple of days. And I just think that, one, parents lie about it, and two, it creates a bit of a distrust between the parents and the school. The doctors and health system is a weird one. If you want an appointment, you have to ring up at 8 o'clock in the morning to try and get a GP for that day, so you're triaged. If you get an appointment, well done. If you don't, you have to ring up the next day. So as well as paying a really high amount for water, it is also awful. It is what you call hard water, so it's really tough on your skin, it's really tough on your hair, it tastes revolting. Illegal immigrants is a problem here. I know Pokettle, I brought my family over and technically immigrated. With that said, we are legal. It is creating an unsafe environment, so we're exposing our kids to risk. Even after 3 months, we are already starting to consider whether or not this is the right place for us. There is no perfect place to live, but what we are looking at is what is the best for our girls and our family.
I know everyone says the same thing. UK is great. UK is great. And I'm going to add on to it. Like, I swear this street, yeah, you guys will see this living in the UK. You'll see the street and you'll think it's your own street. Because it literally all looks the same. It all looks gloomy as well. Bro, I don't get it.
So apparently the Labour Party don't believe that Britain is broken. I would disagree. Let's have a look at some facts. There are 4.5 million children living in poverty, with 2.8 million households having to use food banks. We have 386,000 homeless currently in the UK, and we have just over 1.3 million people waiting on the housing register. We are currently housing 1.3 million illegal migrants, and the NHS waiting list is just over 7.3 million. Not to mention that we are the rape capital of Europe, And we rank 86th in the safest places to live in the world. I would argue that the Labour Party don't have a clue what they're talking about. Either that or they're completely deluded. Either way, Britain is not just broken, Britain is fucked.
Am I the only one that is absolutely exhausted by living in this country? So, my name's Holly. I live in just outside Edinburgh in Scotland. I have a daughter who is nearly 8. She has autism. I have a son who is 2. He has ego issues. And I work full time, and I just feel completely scunnered with the whole thing. I feel like I am working, the most of my working I do is to pay for the childcare so that I can work. That's the biggest part, right? So I feel like I'm continuously dropping off my children to great, amazing childcare places. We are so lucky, but it is a lot of money. So you do that, and that gets you out the door, gets you to the work. And then, everything has went up so much recently that I just don't understand how we're doing it, which is why I have a little dream that I probably just don't want to do it anymore. I would quite like to I'm waiting for a viewer right now. My house is on the market. I would like to sell my house, and I would like to take my family and go and travel, see a bit more of the world, get a bit of understanding. What are the opportunities? What are other countries doing? Is there other ways? I've been in sales my whole life. Can I do something else? What are the capabilities that we are missing because we're just so busy trying to get from A to B? And that is becoming harder and harder and harder. So I would love to know the thoughts of other people. Like, is this like naive little princess thoughts of me? Is this, am I on the right track here? I'm perplexed at the situation. Like, I knew adulting was probably never going to be a big me thing, but it's hard out here. It is hard out here. So yeah, if you're new here, my name's Holly, and I am going to be trying to run away for a little while and try and find out some more things, taking my kids with me. My little girl's in a great school, but her learning skills are outside the classroom. She's an adventurer. So that's what we want to do. And we would love to take you with us. And I'll share the good, the bad and the ugly. If you're up for that, come on, join us. We'll get a wee crew here going. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. It's Sunday. Let's be honest with each other. I can take it.
Look, I don't want to be all depressive and negative, but is anyone else absolutely done living in this country at the moment, or is it just me? I've never really fully felt like this. I've always been like, oh yeah, it's a great place to live, who wouldn't love the UK, it's brilliant. No, it's really not. It's what the fuck is going on at the moment? Because I don't know what it is. I just feel like everyone's either depressed, skint, just fed up, ill. It's just constant this year. The weather's absolutely shocking. The kids are broken up today. It's like 70-mile-an-hour winds in spring, freezing cold and pissing down with rain all day. And it's going to be like that all weekend apparently. If you even want to remotely think about going out somewhere nice for the half terms or whatever when the kids are off, let's be honest, you're looking at a minimum of £100. By the time you pay for wherever you're going, food, drinks, etc., it's an absolute joke. The cost of food in this country now is an absolute swizz. Everyone seems to be ill. I don't know what that's about, but maybe it happens every year, I don't know. But everyone seems to be ill constantly. Rental prices are astronomical, so people are really struggling to find housing. Mortgage prices are through the roof, so people are struggling to buy. You're lucky if you can get a doctor's appointment in some counties, and other times people are on referral lists for months, if not years. NHS dentists seem to be non-existent, and I was reading an article the other day about someone ripping their own teeth out because they couldn't get in anywhere. And I used to be one of these people that were like, I don't understand how people that live here can just pack up their bags, sell up and move somewhere else. I've never understood it. And now I'm like, why would people not want to pack up, sell up and fuck off? Because who wants to be here? But it could just be me being an absolute drama queen, and there's probably people like, oh my God, this country's amazing. What's wrong with you? Oh. And if you're one of them people, fantastic. I love it. I love that you're living your best life in the UK. And if anyone else is feeling like me, let's just hope that in a few months when it eventually starts getting warmer, we'll start feeling a little bit better. And if you're still here, thanks for listening to me moan for a whole 2 minutes. Happy Thursday.
Happy Friday. It is a nice day today, to be fair. Cold, absolutely Baltic out today. It's not so happy Friday for me, though. Well, it is and it isn't. Friday in the sense that Niall finishes school and I get to spend the weekend with him, so that's nice. But not so nice because Ashton now has been working for the next 14 days straight with no day off. So we don't get to see him this weekend because he'll be in work. Which is really sad, really. He's on a really good wage, but even so we can live comfortably, he's got to go in and do one overtime weekend every month. It's just horrible. Everything is just so expensive. Anyone else in the same boat? I feel like we're all in the same boat, really, but it's just frustrating how many hours he's got to work just so we can live nicely, even though he's got a really good job. Oh, happy Friday. No, and all jokes aside, I hope everyone has a beautiful weekend.
Hi, is that Rachel? Hi Rachel, it's me again. I know you're dead busy with the budget and that, love, but I've done what you said. I've cancelled my Netflix and I've stopped having my coffees in the morning, but I ain't half skint still, Rach. Thermostat, yeah, -5, Rach, as she said. In fact, I've got my coat on now, but which I've just listed on Vinted actually, because yeah, no, I'll declare that as well, yeah. I tell you what though, I did get that electric car, as you said. Yeah, smashing. Really You're going to charge per mile. You're a rascal, aren't you, Rach? I will win him for a bit. You're always on me. All right. I tell you what though, I did fill my wife's car up with fuel the other day, and it did dawn on me, Rachel. I was using my income that I paid tax on to buy fuel that I'll pay tax on, to put in my car that I paid tax on, to drive on the road that I paid tax on. You don't miss a trick, do you? I do hate to sound ungrateful, Rachel. I mean, I tell you what, we are getting good value for money out of oxygen though. You're announcing that in the budget. You're a bugger.
As a girl who works outside of the UK quite a lot, here are 3 things that I've noticed since I've been back for my month off. Number 1, everything is so expensive. Preface this, I've been in Asia for the past 4 months where things, to me anyway, seem to be relative to what the actual thing is. Uber's generally more expensive. We're talking London prices. But things like food and coffee, even clothes and skincare, seem to be a really decent price. And then I came back to the UK. I gave myself a budget of £500 a week because I'd saved that, and I thought, you know what, you're on holiday, it's my annual leave, I want to be able to treat myself if I want to. But why was that £500 like it was £20? It was running out quick, and I was like, wow, this is why I don't really do a lot of things when I'm back in the UK, because everything is £1,000. Number 2 is the weather. Now, obviously when I was in Taiwan and Japan, it was summertime, and I had my gripes with that. It was hot. And obviously now when I'm back in the UK, we're coming up to, we're in autumn and coming into the winter season. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good UK autumn. But girl, in the past month, there has been a lot of rain, and it is very depressing, especially when you want to try and get out and do things. I don't want to do it in the rain. Number 3, now this is a personal one to me. I don't want to leave my house. And I don't know if that's because when I've been working, I've just been not necessarily stressed, but super busy. So I've really wanted to chill. But when I was away, getting up and getting out, I would do that a lot more. Now being back home, I don't know if it's because everything obviously is familiar to me, but leaving my house, leaving the 4 walls has been very, very difficult. Maybe it's because every time I leave my house, I spend about £100. So I don't know, maybe it's that. If any of you guys also have a job where you work away or you spend a lot of time outside of the UK, let me know what you guys find very different from the places that you've been, and when you come back into the UK, what really strikes you. Anywho, I gotta go, girl, so I'll chat to you soon. Bye.
What's happening to pubs? In fact, according to the British Pub and Beer Association, 1 pub closes every day for 2025. And when we talk about pubs, we're talking about third spaces. These are places where people go to blow off steam after a hard week. These are places where people get married. These are places where people bring their children, watch the football, see Anthony Joshua go toe-to-toe with Daniel Dynamite De Boer. But despite all of that, you also have a situation where they are often on the receiving end of some of the worst impacts of the economy that affects everybody. Higher energy bills because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Rising levels of crime and shoplifting. And then to add insult to injury, people also feel like they're suffering as a result of changes, increases in employers' national insurance, and the fact that some business owners think that pubs shouldn't be charged on the value of the property that they occupy, but on their sales. These are tight margins where they're making just a couple of pence profit per drink. And in a world defined by capitalism, what's happening is that many are forced to close or to sell up to big chains like Wetherspoons, owned by people like Mr. Tim Davies, a man worth over £446 million. What's going to happen to our pubs if we don't create a different system, where profit, rents are not things that force places where people create so much life into obscurity, where they force those places to shut down because they can't keep pace with the rising costs? What do you think? If you'd like to learn more, read the caption down below, follow Novo, tell us your thoughts, and you can support our work on Patreon from £1 a month.
So now they're saying you can't work and you can't get a job in England if you don't have a digital ID. It reminds me of during COVID when they said you can't travel if you don't have the vaccine. But it turns out I traveled all the time during COVID, so I wouldn't take much notice of it. I'm not going to listen to or take orders from a rent boy enthusiast, Queer Starmer. He's not going to tell me what to do. And I noticed that the people that are defending it are men who stay in hotels with their wives and they sit in the chair in the corner and they invite another man round to finish off the job. Those are the men that are defending digital IDs. And it's funny because the government are saying it's because of illegal migration. So they're blaming it on something that's their fault. Illegal migration is their fault, but they're making us suffer because of the problem that they have caused. Problem, reaction, solution, right? That's just how it is. That's how it always goes.
Everything's getting worse. It's getting so expensive. I can't believe how much everything costs. I don't know how people are keeping their heads above water at the moment. Just doing a normal weekly food shop is unbelievable.
When the stars glow bright,
It's unbelievable. But it's not just that. I want a better way of life. It must be more to life than the grey skies that we get in Britain. It must be. So it's time to make a change. And we've been looking at places where we could possibly move to. We went to a place in the Sud exhibition not long ago to have a look about the different areas that we could possibly move to, the different countries that we could move to, the pros, the cons. And that's what we're going through at the moment. We're doing lists of what is the pro of living in our own country. What is the con of living in our own country? Is there a future for our children in this country? And we just don't know anymore. People, these friends around us who say, well, why are you moving to a foreign country? Why would you do that? Won't it be difficult on the kids? Won't it be difficult to start a new life in a different country, in a foreign land? But the truth is, I already feel like I'm in a foreign land. This does not feel like the country that I grew up in. The government we have seems to hate me.
Take you a chase and you breathe.
They seem to hate
And I gave you a rose that you can't
the people most in need in the country. You welcome people from other countries and give them the world while treating our veterans with disdain and disrespect. We're not repairing anything. Everything's looks run down. Pothole, I know it sounds silly, but these potholes literally littered everywhere. Everything looks tatty and run down.
But maybe you shouldn't have spent all your money buying a table with your boys at the club. Let's use a little bit of financial literacy here and figure out what's the problem. There's guys out here using their tuition fees, their maintenance loan for drinks at the club. Obviously, saving this up is not going to allow you to buy a house anytime soon, but it's going to let you live. I will never forget this. I was going to the grocery store with my boy. We're going to Asda. I'm like, bro, how much do you have in your account? He's like, £8. £8? What are you going to get for £8? He's like, nah, bro, I got it. He swipes his card. Bank account goes to negative. He's like, nah, don't worry, bro. I got the student account thing. Lets you go into negative a little bit. It's okay as long as I pay it off. Bro! The guy was gonna have to pay interest on groceries. Do you understand how mad? Bro, you shouldn't be spending on designer, bro. Maybe you shouldn't have bought that jacket for £500. You could have got something off Primark or Zara. That's Zara, okay? Maybe you know what I mean? Like, maybe you could have gotten something off TikTok Shop.
The UK job market is absolutely cooked for sure. Now, I made that video back in February, and now there's some new data to show how bad the UK job market is. So the Financial Times published this, and basically it says the top incomes in the UK are no longer amongst the highest in the rich world. So you can see here that back in the 2000s, the UK was number 3 in the world for higher salaries. And whilst all these other companies have started to rise up, look at the decline of the UK. And there's over 900,000 graduates every single year who are leaving university with 60k plus of debt, entering quite possibly the worst job market anybody has seen for opportunities. And on top of that, you are getting penalised and getting paid less for the same work. And it's getting to the point now where I'm starting to advise some of my students to basically not work in the UK and look for jobs abroad. And it's why I've moved to Vietnam as well, because I left the UK back in January. Because the opportunities are seizing in the UK, and with the cost of living, the salaries are not keeping up. Completely squeezing young professionals, meaning that we can't even actually build a life. It's so difficult, and it's actually kind of unachievable to build a family, have a home, and have a good career without being into too much stress. What the hell is going on?
They want total control of every move you make. It sounds like a conspiracy, but now it's official policy. UK ministers are now considering an outright VPN ban. The controversial Online Safety Act could expand for years. VPNs have been your last defence, a tool to protect your privacy, encrypted data, and prevent companies and, crucially, the government from tracking your location and online activity. The government's reasoning is that more restrictions are needed to scrutinise VPN users. Yes, you. But the real intention is clear. It's to eliminate your digital freedom. They are systematically dismantling the privacy we once took for granted. First, it was the Online Safety Act's mass surveillance powers. Now they are looking to shut down the only technology the average person uses to counter it. This is not just about safety, it's about control. If they ban VPNs, they silence your ability to speak freely and research without fear, and protect your family from mass data collection. They can track your purchases, your search history, and your communications. What will you do when they take your shield away? Let us know.
Keir Starmer, we got your ass. Oh, we got your ass. Can you remember that dude from TikTok, like last year or something like that? The Bully Slayer or something? Oh, we got your ass. Well, watch this video. The Labour Party have said 1,000,000 times that they won't be raising taxes on ordinary people. And guess what? This video clip shows every time, every one of those 1,000,000 times, you said you're not going to raise income tax. There's even a bit towards the end where he thinks he's funny trying to do Odie Fools and Horses bit. No VAT, no income tax. Well, that's backfired, hasn't it? Mr. Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves.
are fully costed and fully funded. And that means no tax rises for working people. We're not going to be raising tax on working people.
We will not raise taxes on working people.
We're not putting up taxes on working people.
Labour government will not raise income tax, will not raise national insurance contributions, and will not raise VAT.
We're not going to increase tax on working people, and that means
that Labour will not be putting up taxes on working people.
But no, we don't think that we should be raising taxes on working people.
There'll be no additional taxes on households under a Labour government.
Let me be absolutely clear. We will not raise tax for working people.
I will not raise taxes on working people.
We have said we're not raising taxes on working people.
We're not going to be increasing taxes on working people.
We will not be increasing taxes on working people.
That is a commitment not to increase taxes on working people.
I don't believe it's fair to raise taxes on working people.
We will not further increase personal taxes.
We want to lower that burden on working people.
There's nothing in our manifesto which requires additional taxes.
It's complete garbage. We will not be raising taxes on working people.
We're not going to be raising taxes on working people.
I want taxes to be
And we're not going to be increasing taxes on working people.
We've said we will not be raising taxes on working people.
And we're now hearing an average of £100 more for an average
We
family.
have no plans to raise taxes on working people. We've said it a million times.
The biggest tax raising measure in the budget was national insurance increase.
So how many did you count there? Did we get to 34? 34 in a 1 minute a little bit long clip. We will not be raising taxes. Now go and look at the video that I posted earlier on today. The comments are absolutely full of people saying that they're 6 days into the month and they've got 10, 20, 30 pounds left. Taxes are going up, so that's going to be even less money. Lying bastards. No income tax, no VAT. I'm just a toolmaker and I really like sausages.
Domestic violence. Let's start there. 1.6 million women, 700,000 men. But it's just a lover's fight, right? Private, none of our business, so we look away or scroll past. 850,000 domestic violence crimes last year. Spike when England play. Strange, isn't it? How patriotism smells like beer and bruises. In the 90s, it was Friday night fights. Men staggered home, pockets empty, hearts full of rage, and women paid for it. Children feared it, and the walls still remember the sound. When I was 12, first day of secondary school, went to the shops with my mates. Watched a local bad lad 18 throw a full can of lager in his girl's face. She screamed. He said, "Shut up, you silly bitch." We froze. No one said a word because in broken Britain, silence is survival, and boys learn early. You don't cry, you don't feel, you don't intervene, and you definitely don't snitch. Suicide's that word you whisper because saying it too loud might make it real. 7,000 gone in 12 months, 19 men every day. Fathers, sons, brothers, mates, men we loved. But what kills them? Depression, addiction, shame, secrets. The father who can't provide, the soldier who can't forget, the boy who was never allowed to feel, and the man who wears the mask for so long he forgets what his own face looks like. Suicide is the leading killer of men under 50. Not cancer, not stabbings, not car crashes. Silence. The queue for therapy with a waiting list so long some never live long enough to get through the door. Schools. You remember the trampy kids? We all had one. The one with muddy shoes, the holes in their jumper, the unbrushed hair. Adults warned us, don't go round their house. Like poverty was poison, like the child chose the chaos. The really sticky families, eggs thrown at their windows every Friday just for being poor, just for being different, and no one ever washed it off because in broken Britain, shame stains are part of the estate's decor. Food banks, not so common back then, but neglect was. So many kids grew up raising themselves, the pisshead parents, the alkies by the shop wall, screaming at each other at 2 p.m, while the year 8s walked past with Monster Munch. You saw it, you know, but what could you say in the country that teaches children how to survive dysfunction, not escape it? And so I ask, when was Britain great? Was it when we pushed gay kids down the stairs and called it banter? Or the weird kid, a retard? Was it when fathers drank their wages and mothers hid bruises with foundation? Was it when lads bottled their feelings and girls swallowed their pain because no one ever said, kids, you deserve more than this? Britain won't be great until we can all sit in a circle and tell the truth. Until every pub brawler says, I watched my dad hit my mum and no one stopped him. Until every angry boy says, I was scared and no one ever asked why. Until every addict says, I didn't want to die, I just wanted the pain to stop. Until every child can go home to a fridge with food and the parent who's safe. Britain won't be great until we stop blaming immigrants for the mess we made. We built this home on trauma and called it tradition. We beat our kids and said it was discipline. We silenced our men and called it strength. And now we bury them, quietly. 19 men a day. And still some MPs in a suit says the real threat is the men on boats. No, the real threat is what's already here, the unspoken, the generational trauma, the rage we call culture, the silence we call strength, and the suffering we call normal. So go ahead and fly your flag, sing your anthems, but don't tell me Britain's great until it learns how to love its own people. Until it stops killing them in homes, in streets, in silence and shame. Because I'm tired of funerals for men who never learned how to cry. I'm tired of children raising themselves, and I'm tired of pretending that this isn't a war zone with curtains. Broken Britain, still pretending it's okay, still burying its boys, still blaming the wrong people. It's not the immigrants destroying us, it's your refusal to heal.
Just a really quick one. Tell you what I want to do. It took me a little bit of time to get over this. I don't mean to be rude. Who see that 99-year-old man, right? You can't tell me that never brought a tear to your eye. That has made me godly ill. Trust me. I think for that man to know and to say that what was it? Why did we fight? Why did we fight? What was it? What happened? Why? For him to know at 99 years old that the state of the country is so bad, and he's now questioning why is because we've all lost people in the war, grandfathers and what have you. For him to realise that it's all for nothing. Because look at our country now, right? It fucking breaks your heart, doesn't it? It's absolutely disgusting. Then you got meant to be a presenter, questioning him. It's just outrageous. I think it's absolutely disgusting. I think it's absolutely outrageous that man has got to go to his grave, thinking, why did I bother doing it? Why was it worth it? He's already said it weren't. Breaks your heart, mate, doesn't it? Absolutely breaks your heart. Don't care who you are. Breaks your heart, mate. So I can't get my head around it. Can't stop thinking about it, Peter. I just think about it, brings a lump to your throat and fucking tear in your eye. It's disgusting, isn't it? Take care, my old cousins.
Why is it that so many British people are now living in Thailand? Well, it's simply because the UK is finished. The UK is not a place that anyone really wants to be right now. With the way things are going on over there, it's not looking good, bruv. Now, when I was back in England for 4 weeks, there were migrants absolutely everywhere. They had them up in hotels. It was chaos. Now, they were popping up England flags everywhere as well, which I thought was quite good. Like, go on, son, fair play. But as long as you got the right visas and the money behind you, there's no reason why you can't live in Thailand. I know people that have been here for like 10 years plus, so don't listen to the waffle. You see for yourself, you can do it. And the sad reality of it as well is a lot of people are actually quite jealous. They don't want to see you enjoy yourself, which is a shame really, but as long as you're happy, that's all that matters, bro. So thanks for watching, double tap and repost. Peace.
This country is messed up. This country is screwed. The system is screwed. I didn't want to talk about this, but I'm afraid I have to address this matter. What happened on the train in the weekend at Huntington when it had to make an emergency stop because 2 people went on board the train at Peterborough and started stabbing people for no reason, no intent, pure malice. No sympathy, just straight up stabbing innocent people on a train. When will this country wake up? Yeah? Every single day there are things happening. People's phones getting robbed, people getting stabbed, people getting shot. Yeah. This country is messed up. The system is screwed. And it is not safe. There is a reason why a lot of people are leaving the UK to move abroad because the system doesn't work. And with, illegal immigrants coming into this country, causing mayhem, causing problems, thinking that they can do what they can do because they can. It's not right. There is a lot of disagreements between one set of religion and another set of religion. There's a lot of disagreements. And because of everything that's happening in the UK, it's putting a negative image. Like, when can this country wake up? And when can the people wake up? Yeah. It's never going to change. And even for myself, I said this, I'm not bringing up my kids in this country because this country is messed up and it's only going to get worse from here. We need to see change ASAP. But yeah, one more thing, yeah. Why is it whenever something happens, people always go on social media and text, guess the religion or this or that? Where does religion come to this? Double standards. Another reason why this country is screwed. I don't get it. Stop putting religion into it. I'm tired. Because at the end of the day, what did these lot do? They done nothing. They done nothing wrong. But when something happens, the first thing you want to do is, text, what's country, what's their religion? This, that, get this lot out. That's never going to change. Yeah? You lot are ignorant. That's how it is. Double standards. Brainwashed.
Let's be honest. This isn't just frustration anymore. It's exhaustion. It's hopelessness. It's the quiet breaking point that too many of us have hit. Right now, over 14 million people in Britain are officially living in poverty. 1 in every 5 households can't afford to pay their bills on time. And in what used to be one of the world's richest nations, millions rely on food banks, something that would have been unthinkable a decade ago. The Trussell Trust says demand for food parcels has hit a record high, nearly 3.1 million in just 1 year. Nurses, teachers, delivery drivers, people who keep this country running are now queuing for charity just to eat. That's not progress. That's collapse. Meanwhile, supermarkets brag about price freezes while quietly making everything smaller. Rents are up 10%, energy bills still double what they were, and wages? Flat. Every paycheck feels like a countdown, not to payday, but to survival. We keep hearing inflation is down, but in real life it's not. We're living the lie. Because what's fallen isn't inflation, it's people. People who once had hope, people who believed in this country. Now they just want to make it through the month without crying at the checkout. And that's the reality no politician wants to talk about, because it's easier to argue on TV than to look a struggling family in the eyes and admit, we've failed you. But this isn't about left or right anymore. It's about the basic dignity of being able to live in your own country without drowning in debt, fear, and broken promises. So no, this isn't a rant. It's a cry for help from every tired worker, every hungry child, every family choosing between heating and eating. And if no one listens soon, there won't be anything left of broken Britain to fix.